Immediately queue into an awful matchup. So, the Marshall, this is why the ladder stuff. So, the Ardent decks haven't been popular lately, and the Ardent decks are miserable matchups for Storm and Reanimator. These mid-range aggressive decks haven't been particularly popular, so naturally we'll queue into one as soon as we start playing. The reason why the Ardent matchup is hard is because they play removal like Decree of Banishing for killing our copies of Aegilus. Been this Eternal Seeker. How good bad is the Empress matchup? Can shut down our fatty plan and they have Magistrate to answer Storm stuff. I mean, the Empress deck is all 3-drops. It's all 3-drops, so like they don't beat Eternal Seeker. You just like put Eternal Seeker into play and void their board. Permafrost, a Rotten Rancor here. Cast Heart's Whisper for a resource. Again, one of the things you want to make sure you do in this deck is you want to be conservative with your champion power. So you give yourself the most chances to draw bombs that you want to be able to discard with them. I think Seeker is actually better than Aegilus in this matchup just because it's going to get to impact the board. Or it's like we play this Aegilus hoping that it lives and like our opponent's just going to be able to Decree of Banishing it or bring it to justice. Yep, our 2-drop. Yep, lots of Seekers, Runebinding our own Seekers, and shenanigans like that are definitely the best way to win, I agree. I'm going to start by looting here, because if we get Mordrom's Gift, we can bring the Seeker back. We did not hit Mordrom's Gift, been that. I'm going to go ahead and cast Theorize here. We find a Blood Shard, we can play this, or a Well, we can play this Exarch of the Egg. Well, I guess I could just Permafrost the Exarch if we don't find a Well. Runebind's going to be useful later. I'm going to bin a True Theorize for now. I'm going to go ahead and play Permafrost, then play this Exarch out. Oh, select a card in my hand. I would like to pick this one that I can't otherwise cast. I guess this resource sequencing means I can't Rotten Rancor next turn. Which maybe that's a little bit bad. Especially because they can just, like, champ power the Exarch this turn. Yeah, this was probably a loose sequence. Yeah, if I draw a non-slow shard, we're okay. Yeah, yep. Mistakes were made. Should have just guaranteed I could Rancor this turn. Bin this Aegilus. I think I just want a resource on top of my deck so I can eventually cast this Seeker. Oh, you want fish? I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. We'll transmog this and enter combat. Because we already have a Seeker in here, Immortal. I'm gonna Runebind this so I keep my Exarch out. Yep. I need this to have 0 points of power, so probably dead. Super punished. Like I said, this matchup's hard. And my missequencing mistake definitely cost us. Massacre and Dreadnought are actually both really good here, aren't they? Withering Gaze is pretty poor. Am I even on the Aegilus plan? I'm probably not, right? It's like just Seeker or Bust. Do I want Violet's Caress? Let's try this. Let's try it like this. What's going on, Yank Chef? Afternoon. Caress plus Massacre can team up to kill stuff too. That's one of the other things that's sweet too. Like, we're gonna board into Storm against the control decks, and like we can board in Caress against the Ruby decks and the Ruby and Redlings decks. Yeah, one of the reasons, like I mentioned, like my opponent's deck isn't particularly popular right now. One of the reasons why that's true is because like their deck is really terrible against the Sapphire Ice control deck. Play Sapphire Ice for another resource here. It's the only way you can make combo decks better, taking two combo decks and shoving them together. Alright, second Permafrost. I'm just going to go ahead and Frost the Exarch and play it out here, I think. I guess I could have played this out for Sapphire. I mean, that's not unreasonable. Because there's kind of a tension next turn, like I kind of want a Heart's Whisper next turn, but to do that I have to play this Permafrost, and I kind of want to save this Permafrost for like a Massacre or a Rotten Rancor. What's going on, Thomas McCoy? Afternoon. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to grab a Sapphire at this point because this Heart's Whisper, we could use that to grab another guaranteed resource next turn. I think we've only seen Diamond so far. What does Diamond Sapphire Control lose with rotation? It also loses, what's it called? Arcane Focus. Arcane Focus and Transmog are the big ones. The Dark Heart Psychic and such a control shell will still be there, obviously, but it's going to lose some important ones for sure. Perfect. And I think, again, like I said, you want to be kind of conservative with how you're using your champion power in this deck. I think we're just hanging out. We're not looking for anything in particular right now, and, like, we're kind of on pace to, like, just cast this Eternal Seeker for resources. Sight is a very real loss. We tried playing the deck with Whisper, and it's worse, but, like, it's not so much worse the deck's going to be unplayable without Sight, right? Whisper's not strictly worse than Sight, it's just kind of different. Huh. Now do I want to hit this and just gift? Nah, I think I can get more value out of this. I think I want them to commit more things to the table here. We also, like, wouldn't mind drawing, say, a, what's the word I'm looking for? A Runebind to protect our Seeker. And this is sweet now, because, like, my opponent's committed to Decree of Banishing to the board, so because we waited, I actually get to, Seeker and clear the Cackler and the Decree of Banishing next turn. That's awesome. That's another thing for Seeker to kill. I'm going to go ahead and just caress their face here just to get this deck split up to dealing 2 points of damage. Hit my champ power to start in case we draw a Rancor. A bit an extra resource at this point. No! Oh my god! No, it's fine. I have Mordrom's Gift. I should have just bid the Seeker here, obviously. Hopefully there's no justice and we don't get punished, but, I don't know. We were just on autopilot. Stop caressing your opponent. Shh! Opponent. Opponent, listen. Just listen. Let all your casts fade away. Alright, all the 2s go away, which brings back my 2. Exarch of the Egg puts 2 more Spooters back in their deck. Yep. Huh. I wonder if we still want a PA in the 75 of this deck. This isn't over by a long shot. They have a Valor in their hand, so they could Valor this. Or not, I suppose. Wise Magistrate's annoying. Kill this with Caress, I think. Hold the Massacre for now. Looking for like another Seeker. Pro tip: don't put Seeker underneath the Decree of Banishing. You will be very sad when the next Seeker shows up. And again, waiting on our champion power. Want to give ourselves the most looks at things. I'm going to use this spider to chump block the hero. If the spider didn't pop, we were probably chump blocking with the Exarch of the Egg. Dealing 3 now. Let's focus, see what we find. Love a Heart's Whisper. A couple non-resources here. I think I'm just passing the turn here again. Like, again, I'm not really looking for anything, right? I'm gonna chump block next turn. We're martyring my guy. Yep. He is a martyr. Hopefully they play out a second troop so we can dread in 2 things. We're taking 4 or 5 this turn. Take 4 on 12. Their deck doesn't have any traditional reach in it. But they had a wild gem on one of their Crusaders, so they could just be missing a second threshold here. Look at that, I just get to cast a Seeker here. So I cast this. This is going to void all of the 2s. And this has a Seeker under it. So void the 2s. The Seeker comes back and voids the 3s. Enjoy. These gifts are looking pretty terrible. Maybe I just want, want bounties and some Syzygies. I'm just gonna, play this bad control game. Instead of some of these Reanimate spells. Attack you for 7. We can Runebind one of these monuments at some point too. D.O.B. Are the reanimates good? The reanimates are probably good, right? More reanimates than threats seems a little awkward, though. I guess, like, reanimating Exarch of the Egg isn't completely terrible. It's like this awkward removal spell. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this Rancor. Maybe I'm gonna cut this Rancor? No. I'm just gonna click submit. Any better gems for this? Not really. On the scoreboard, won a game in a hard matchup. We probably could have won that first game if I would have sequenced better. I think I'd rather just keep them cheaper to cast. Like, the amount of advantage you gain from, like, being able to reanimate on 4 is pretty huge, especially on the draw. I feel like on the draw, especially just, like, turn 4 Seeker can win a lot of games. This end seems fine. Go Sapphire on this. Hopefully hit a resource in a turn or two. It's got Dread End to clean up. We've got a Rancor here at some point. That is a fantastic draw, because it means I'm going to be able to Permafrost the Rancor. Looking at a potential turn 5 Seeker too, if we want. As soon as they're done processing. So today's video, we played Legacy for all 3 hours of the stream, so it's a longer video that takes a little bit more time to process. It's a good hit. It means we get to Heart's Whisper next turn. It's a good strong curve. So, it's fully uploaded. It's just sitting here on the processing portion, so don't actually know how long that's going to take. Things we don't get to know. Having Exarch to play out proactively, too, means we can Heart's Whisper here on the draw and not have to discard a card to hand size, which is nice. Hello, oldest son. Are you ready to go visit your grandparents this weekend? While Mom and Dad go to Gen Con? Is that what you want? You want to fly? You want to fly, toddler? Yeah. Yeah? You want to fly? Yeah. Go ahead and play this out for Sapphire. And then we'll go ahead and Heart's Whisper here. Grab a non-resource. Am I supposed to grab a resource here? I'm probably supposed to grab a resource, actually, right? Yeah, it's like YouTube processing it, correct. Sweet. So, let's get... They have 1 Valor in their hand. Oh, if they hit a charge, they can just champ power. It's a little annoying. This is another reason this deck's really good against us, because they can champ power through our Exarch of the Eggs, which is one of our better cards against aggressive decks a lot of the time. We do just need to survive here. Hopefully this Theorize can find us a... Hopefully this Theorize can find us a, what's it called? A Transmogrifade or Runebind or another Exarch perhaps, just to like stem the bleeding a little bit. Opponent's deck doesn't have traditional reach in it, which is good for us. They might just attack with this. Yeah, I'm just taking this chance to deny them a Valor and buffer our life total here. Because, like, they could champ power this later. I just want to keep my life total high. That's good for us. I think my opponent's supposed to have, think my opponent should have champ powered and then hit us with both their things there. Sweet. Let's spin this Eternal Seeker. Let's play this and put this on Rotten Rancor. I think I'm just passing the turn here again. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pass. Next turn we can play a Dread End. I'm glad we grabbed the resource with the Caress. Do we have like a real board plan in this matchup, Ace? Is this real? Oh geez, I even just get to Rancor and clear the board? Yeah, you're right. You're right, don't I? This is 9-12. I'm going to 9. Do I want to transmog to save 2 to 3 points of life? I don't think so.
Yes, there's Cheerios everywhere.
I'm going to vacuum when I'm done streaming.
How long are you going to stream?
Another half hour or so. Probably one more match. So, Rotten Rancor. I mean, to be fair, like, if we had boarded out Rancor, we'd still be fine here, right? Is this Yu-Gi-Oh, right? We did play Magic this morning. The videos are uploading and processing now. I played more Legacy Tron this morning.
Well, you're not coming upstairs.
They have 3 of the cards in their hand right now are Valors. It's like you played MTG, Eternal, and Hex. Could you tell me the main reason why you chose Hex instead of Eternal? Because Hex has an actual competitive tournament scene, and it's a trading card game. I find the cash-grabbing CCGs like Eternal that just, like, want my money and aren't interested in delivering quality gameplay, like, Eternal's a good soundbite game, right? Like, if you're interested in, like, playing a game for 5 minutes and then, like, moving on with your life, Eternal is great. If you're pooping and you want a game to play while you poop, Eternal is probably the best one out there in terms of quality gameplay. But, like, if you're looking for just, like, an actual really good game that focuses on the game being interesting as opposed to, like, the gameplay being fast, I think Hex has the best to offer for that. And Hex has tournaments that I can play for literal cash money every single weekend. I can pay an entry fee, and I can play the tournament. And then if I do well, they send me a check. I don't have to jump through hoops. I hate getting cards in CCGs. I don't think us spinning the Seeker was close. Oh, yeah, that's wrong. Sure. I've got 2 Dread Ends, though. I agree, that was probably loose. Oh, and we're Valoring this thing up now? Alright, going to 4. And then this is going to put us to 3. But then, like, we've got a bunch of cards in hand to their nothing. There you go. Yeah, the limited format has a lot of really, really powerful bombs in it right now. I guess I should probably just caress this, right? Like, it's a gain 2, and that's better than doing 1 to them. He has a golf club that the little foot part fell out of the bottom of it on. I mean, how is it bad, Ardent? They're playing all reasonable cards. They have the expensive cards you expect from the Ardent deck. I'm actually leaving for Gen Con tonight. So normally I stream Thursday mornings, but this week I'm only doing Monday to Wednesday because I'm going to be at Gen Con starting tonight through the weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with some more Magic into Hex. Yeah, it turns out that strategy is a lot worse when your opponent has answers. I don't think that's strictly correct. Alright, hopefully we can kill them with this before they draw an answer to it. We're kind of threat light in this matchup, which makes me think maybe I want bounties, but like at the same time, bounties are clunky when we're not ahead like this. So when they go to Valor this, I can caress it. Just keep swinging, swinging, swinging. Stop hitting each other with golf clubs, children. This is my 2/4 Exarch of the Egg. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Next caress does 3. And now they have to use their champion power to just like tread water here, basically. It's an Eternal Seeker. Yep. Runebind. Just reminding everyone that Runebind 2020 is the best. Hashtag Runebind 2020. It's just such a fantastically flexible and powerful card. And I think this is unfortunately going to have to be my only match with this. It's edged up on 12:30 now, and we got to get the kids packed and ready to go because we have to drive to Chicago to take them to their grandparents' house before we drive to Indianapolis for, let's play one more. The wife won't be... Let's play one more. Let's play one more. One more. I'm a liar. Everyone is having a wonderful day. You know, thanks everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I know there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. If you're enjoying and you're new, please hit that follow button. Also, consider subscribing on Twitch, becoming a patron on Patreon if you're enjoying what you see. You can also support my content by checking out my sponsors. HexPrimal.com would love to buy and sell Hex TCG singles with you. If you use code Jeff5 at checkout there, you'll save 5% on your singles orders. And InkGaming.com can help you customize your gaming experience. They will put your own artwork or some of their own wonderful custom artwork on playmats or mouse pads for purchase. And you can use code Jeff12 to save 12% on your orders from them. People are complaining about Runebind being busted. Get out of here. It's the is it the Metronomies of the world complaining Runebind is busted? Is that, am I right? Am I right in my assessment that it's probably the Metronomies of the world that are complaining Runebind is too good? This deck seems sweet. The 4 sweepers in the board seem really good against these mid-range decks that are harder matchups. Nope, we went 2-0 with Diamond Sapphire control. As always, Burgle. As always, just can't lose with the control deck. Yep. Basically. Not that we didn't. We did do our darndest to lose the first match. Tried really hard. Unfortunately, the deck just like picked us up and carried us across the finish line. Two PAs in the main, Yank Chef. Always two. As the good Lord intended, exactly. Ah! As the good Lord also intended, Permafrost, Arcane Focus. We're on the draw. Let's snap it off, because we've got the Seeker and the Mordrom's Gift at our opener here, too. Got 3 looks at a threshold, 4 looks at a... We technically have 4 looks at a threshold. The old Permafrost Arcane Focus on 1. Just as Corey Burkhart intended Hex to be played, I'm sure. Ding, Sapphire Ice. This is so much worse than Guidance. Okay, opponent's playing a berry deck. I'm going to put another resource on top of my deck, and I'm just going to focus right away so that way we can guarantee draw it. Huh. Okay. Want to put some Spooter Eggs in our deck. Put a resource on top. I think I wouldn't mind drawing a resource next turn. We're probably going to get it milled off regardless. Next turn we get to loot with our champion power. And then gift back this Eternal Seeker and then take rid of all their 2s. Hopefully they don't have a Verdict of the Ancient Kings or Runebind here. Let's go ahead and play this out. We need a second Sapphire to activate our champion power. Loot. Woo! Almost misclicked there. Ooh, what if we got rid of all of the 2s? What if we get rid of all of the 2s? Brood Baron. At the start of your turn, create a copy of each egg in their deck, and then if they... Alright, we're gonna Transmogrifade that Dorko. Just get him right out of here. We're gonna go ahead and Withering Gaze here before they have a chance to empty their hand out fully. Vile Fang. Okay. Let's commence the 5-5 beats. This card is flying for some reason. Nobody knows why. Oh, this mills me, doesn't it? OP's got plenty of real cards in their deck, okay? OP's got Tribunal Magistrates and other stuff. Okay, I don't want to hear it. And my wife will almost certainly kill me if I play another game after this. As someone who enjoys happy wife, happy life, it's a good motto. Good motto to live by, words to live by. Hopefully this second Seeker is going to be able to... Oh, you know what? Is that correct? Gross. Okay. gonna attack with this. And this is a little trick you could do. I'm gonna Runebind my own Seeker here. Immediately draw no resources. Punished. The good news is we get to play this Eternal Seeker next turn. Why is there a Nightfall in their deck? That's terrifying. Alright, I'm just putting an Aegilus into play. We're invincible, damn it. Aegilus says us and our other cards are invincible, so we don't take damage, so... Good luck, Godspeed. Does Aegilus prevent me from being milled out? Does anyone know? God bless. Heart's Whisper for a resource. Trigger this rune. Get our Seeker back. So, what you saw there is what we in the biz like to refer to as a feature. So because I had 2 resources get played, the way runes work when you have 2 resources enter your hand simultaneously, this plays itself twice, which gives us 2 triggers for it entering the battlefield. Okay, Brood Baron. We're going to go ahead and Eternal Seeker that one on our turn. Don't tell me about lethal damage over there, okay? I've got Runebind. We're fine. We're fine. Ain't nobody got time for lethal. Least of all me. Least of all me. Ain't nobody got time for lethal. Alright, we got time for lethal. Alright, what on earth are we playing against, and what are we doing about it? Are we just, like, staying the course? I feel like we're just clicking submit, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna click submit. Keep. Put a resource on top of my deck. Chance they mill it away, but I think that's fine. We have a lot of selection here. This Heart's Whisper will hopefully get us. If we find a 3rd resource, the Heart's Whisper is going to get us more after that. So do you stack shards that draw a bunch so you can stack like absolute power and combo kill someone? Now you can't really stack that type of effect really. Looking for blood, perfect. Tron is wonderful, okay? That's all I'm saying. Tron is the best deck in every format in Magic where it's legal. And if you think otherwise, you're wrong. Put a bunch of eggs in my deck. Alright, so they put a fatty in my bin. They put 2 fatties in my bin. For some reanimate cards. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. Yeah, it was bad. It's a draw 2, discard 1, so it's like just worse than these other ones. It's been Aegilus anyways. Can we do Vintage Tron? Wow, that's good. So when these deal damage, so we're gonna mill 4 cards here. They might mill us out here. We need to hit a... We need to get a Seeker, like, ASAP. Hey, look at that, a Seeker. So now I need Permafrost or... Need Permafrost or, other thing. Primal Prism. None of those are the things I'm looking for. Well, we're helping our opponent mill us out by drawing through our deck. Just drawing a Seeker would also be okay here. Yeah, I have 2 of those left in our deck. They actually haven't milled over any of our Mordrom's gifts yet. We just lost a bunch of Permafrost though, right? We're down 1 Permafrost, 2 Permafrost, another Exarch. Alright, well, let's Theorize. Man, we are gonna die. We are actually going to die. Oh, thank God. Yeah, thank God. They might still mill us out here. No joke. Let's take Zenthos Malice. We're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they're building us 10 cards next turn. So there's gonna be like 12 or so cards left in our deck. Hopefully they hit all of the spiders here. So that way... Wow, they didn't hit any spiders. Alright, well. Maybe I'm supposed to Aegilus there, since I know the contents of their hand. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to Aegilus there. Oh, is that all of the spiders? Yeah, huh. Maybe I'm just supposed to Aegilus there, because then we don't take damage next turn. Yeah, I think that was a mistake, and I was supposed to Aegilus there. It's probably not going to matter. I guess I could theoretically mill out here, so I should probably be careful. I did technically miss my charge power, you're not wrong. I'm actually gonna hit my thing here with the goal of hitting a spider so we can Rancor. Oh, we hit a gift too, sweet. Alright, so let's Rancor this guy. Go. This Reanimator deck is so strong. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying cutting the Rancors is bad for sake of consistency of the deck. Sweet. Alright, that's going to be a wrap for me for today, folks. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone that hung out. I'll be back on Monday with some more Magic and Hex Shards of Fate. Good luck to everyone playing in the Bash this weekend. I'll be at Gen Con, so I will not be battling. I really like this deck, but it's embarrassing. Alright, looks like Curtis is streaming again, so I'm going to go ahead and send y'all over this way. Be great, Tim. Our community is awesome. Thanks, folks. Remember, if you're going to be at Gen Con this weekend, Feel free to say hello. Always love meeting folks at events.